Stretch first.
Yep,
Okay.
that's important. Don't want to pull something. It's been a week and a half since we did this. I don't know. Levels.
Levels.
So Christmas show this week. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Best gift you got?
Ooh, best. I mean, I got a couple, but here, look, I know it's a audio podcast, but I got a cute penguin from Lindsay and Nathan. And that's just he might be appearing occasionally throughout this, just just in the show, just
as he slowly rises into the video.
Just anyway. Also,
he's going down the stairs through the
yeah. Oh, now he's on the escalator. Now he's on the elevator.
Oh, so many visual jokes, toddlers.
Yeah. Also got a number of nice things. Best, you know what? Lisa got me a really nice pair of running shoes to use when my current pair of shoes, hits whatever mileage it's supposed to hit. So she got me a very nice pair of running shoes. So that was one of many nice ones I got. I don't know. What about you?
Amy got me a Google Nest. Like the big.
Now, did the baby birds come in it too, or do you just have to supply those on your own?
It was the big speaker one.
Okay.
Kind of, she got tired of listening to the little tinny sound come out of the little Google Puck thingers in the living room. And if we're going to run our house off of it, including the thermostat and a whole bunch of the lights and the Christmas lights and everything else, she's like, we need better sound out of the speaker if we're going to listen to music off of that. And so, and it's really cool. I've got it all hooked up and it kicks it right out. It's really super.
Excellent.
I also,
I
got a Christmas story from Danny, which was possibly the best gift of all.
Okay. All right. Do tell.
So it's about Chad Kroeger, who's the lead singer from Nickelback.
Okay.
And Chad Kroeger, loves Christmas. He particularly loves to take part in nativity scenes. So as Nickelback has traveled around Canada, across the United States, wherever he is, in Christmas, and there's a nativity play going on, he just joins in. So, like some years he's the innkeeper, some years he's the donkey, some years he's Joseph, played Mary, right? He was, well, I mean, he's not a drummer, but he was the little drummer boy one year over and like all across the country. He does this, but he never made it as a wise man. Hi, toddlers. There's a dancing penguin on the screen. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson, Todd Prenz, and a dancing penguin, where failure is always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
It was better before that cold open.
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah. I don't know what thanks means what you think it means, but okay. Also, little known fact, he's also in line. He's also in line to take over Chad Kroeger. He's not only Nickelback, but I believe he's also next in line to take over the family-owned grocery store chain. So I think he's set either way. No, that isn't. I'm told that is not correct.
It is not. It's just in.
Yes. Yeah.
Should we go to feedback, follow-up, and updates?
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
It's a Christmas show, so our intent is to be as Christmassy as possible around here for this show. But there is feedback that needs to be shared.
Okay.
The first of which was, all of the stuff from Amy as she's been getting caught up over the last month. We talked about you trying to bring up the average of decorations on your street.
Yes.
For Christmas decorations and lights and Star Wars figures and stuff. Did you tell them about all the lights on our street? Like 95% of the houses on our street have lights. At a very minimum, have lights on the gutters and the edges and the whole up and down. Some have more, a few have none, but almost everybody has at least that. And around here, it was really, really nice right before Halloween.
Okay.
Our lights have been up for a long time. In fact, I refuse to turn them on our house until after Thanksgiving. And Amy comes home in the middle of November and the Christmas lights are on. And she's like, "Yes, the Christmas lights are on." I'm like, "The Christmas lights are on." Well, that's not supposed to happen. The automatic timer thing
Yes.
had done its automatic thing because the sun was down. Because when it hits sunset, because it's tied to the internet, when Norwalk hits sunset, all of our lights go on. And yeah, our street blows your street away.
It literally, if two houses put lights out on your street, you would blow our street away. Like that's all. Like it's a low bar. It's a low
But not
low
your
bar.
house. But not your
No,
house.
not my house. No. It makes it easier for mine to stand out. Hey! How do we get over to your house? I'm the one with the Christmas lights. Oh, come on! How hard? Oh, nope. That
Oh,
made it pretty easy to find.
let's see. Last week's cold open. You kind of forgot to bleep that out there. apparently I did.
Yeah, I think that. By the way, not to rework that, but the way that you say that is, hey, I think you missed a bleep. Wouldn't say I missed it. Yeah, no, that was the when you did that, Lisa was like, "Oh, are we doing that now?" Yeah.
UFOs. Did you tell them about black doves? 15 seconds later, we discussed black doves. The Big 8 versus the Pac-10 versus the Big 12 versus the Amy. ACC says, "Hold my beer." 30 seconds later, ACC says, "Hold my beer." Just, I could write your show.
This show just writes itself at this point.
And lastly, your moving baskets in the NBA All-Star game
Yes.
is like the staircases in Harry Potter.
Oh, that's a great visual.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
You never know where they're going to be.
wait. Oh, hold on. All right. No. That's great. I'm going to take
Yes,
it and twist it. See, I was thinking the basket should move. But if you think about the staircases, the basket stays the same. It's the court that should be moving up. Pieces of the court should be moving. So at times, you may have to shoot downward because you're above the rim.
Does the whole thing tilt, or is it more of the parquet floor like the old Celtics arena where different sections up and
No.
down?
Different sections need to go up and down at different points. Yes.
The Bulls are really worked themselves into a hole this game. No, that's the floor. I think I'm caught up there. Anything from you?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Sherry Toddler 3187 says Uncrustables aren't gross, they're fuel.
To which I did point out, so is unleaded, and I wouldn't want to eat it. But point is well taken.
Danny shared, I guess this is kind of this is a different Christmas story. Danny shared several different things with us. There was a story in the Wall Street Journal this last week about Jesus models.
Oh yeah, that was only this week, wasn't it? Yeah.
Is that a Christmas story?
I don't even know what it is. If I'm honest, I don't.
The caption, Bob Sanger's a cheesemonger at a Salt Lake City grocery store, does Jesus modeling on the side. It pays to have long hair and a beard in Utah because Jesus models are in demand. Really, really, really long article in the Wall Street Journal about how if you look like a 30-year-old Jesus, you can make some fairly decent coin in Utah having your picture taken with families.
Including engagement photos and family reunion photos.
This union is now blessed.
So I went and read this.
Yes, so did I.
And the entire time I thought, this has got to be somebody punking us. But then what I realized, because it is a long article in the Wall Street Journal, right?
Uh-huh.
And then what I thought was, oh, no, I'm sure this is what this is one of the writers at the Wall Street Journal was asking their mid-20s son, hey, when are you going to get a real job? And being tired of hearing that, he said, oh, yeah, no, I'm a Jesus model now. What? Oh, yeah. And made up this intricate story that would qualify you to be an associate tour guide for Todd's tours, forgetting that his parents wrote for the Wall Street Journal and said, I guess it's a thing, and wrote it up.
At one point in the article, the guy being interviewed said, I'm paraphrasing, sometimes I have to remind the other people in the photo that I'm not really Jesus. Uh-huh. You should go find this.
That's Aaron Rodgers' job. Oh, all right.
It's almost kind of a Christmas story.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blah, da, 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 da. I didn't have any corrections that I am aware of.
Nope, nothing on my side either, except for the missed cuckoo clock. So
yes,
I think we've covered it.
I do have one piece of Christmas-related follow-up.
Okay.
The day after Christmas, Panthers rookie Xavier Legette brought raccoon meat to share with teammates and the media.
Huh.
So the day after Christmas, he apparently got it for Christmas, brought it to the locker room the day after to share. Now, I don't know whether this is follow-up from the lady with the 100 raccoons or any of the other escaped animals stories or things that got hit by a car stories. I don't know which piece of follow-up this is. It could be the what do NFL players eat before a game follow-up. Also, I'm not sure which piece of follow-up this is for, but Xavier Legette brought raccoon meat. It's apparently spicy.
Is that Uncrustables? Raccoon. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I was more thinking about how, like, at the end of, like, Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, and you've got all the leftovers, and you're like, hey, does anybody want to take home some extra turkey? Hey, by the way, do anybody need some more Brussels sprouts? Hey, does anybody have room for the extra raccoon meat?
I'm good.
I'm good.
We're full. Nope, thanks.
You know what? I'll take the Brussels sprouts.
Thanks, Dave. The 4-11 Panthers play the 8-7 Buccaneers on Sunday, if you're curious. We will not have any discussions about last night's debacle. The punt fest that happened at Soldier Field last night.
I missed the game. Wouldn't say I missed it. And then looked in when it was 6-3, and I told Lisa that, and she goes, that's an entertaining soccer match. I said, yes, but it's not an entertaining football game.
Aha. Do we have anything this week for Todd's Tech Corner, as brought to us by the Taylor Center for Technology Policy? I already covered my new Google Nest.
Yeah, I didn't bring anything. If anybody got new devices and needs some tech help, let us know. I don't know if that sounds right, but it's
Lucas got me a heated jacket.
Okay.
So it comes with a really, really heavy battery pack that powers the heating elements all over the jacket. And you can also use it to charge your phone. But the instructions are very clear. Do not use it to heat the jacket and power the phone because fire may occur. That was in bold and underlined. Do not try to both charge your device and heat the jacket.
All right, two things.
Yes.
One, fire would heat the jacket. So, I mean, it's an alternate method of heating. Number two, that feels to me like somebody was like, if we just put in like, I don't know, an extra 5 cent resistor or capacitor or something, we could make it so that one or the other could happen, but we won't let the person do both. And they were like, I don't know, 5 cents times every coat. How about we just print up a sticker? It's on you, dude. Like, here's a pamphlet. Don't do it.
We tried. We bolded it. We underlined it.
We did the best we could possibly do. Couldn't you have just put in a little bit of like, we did the best we could possibly do?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Have I stalled long enough?
I think so. Yes.
That's right. That sound means it's time for Dwayne Guess a Number, Christmas edition. Great. Okay, hit me.
All right. These statistics come to us from the National Christmas Tree Association. What did I learn this week? That there is a National Christmas Tree Association. All right. Dwayne, according to the National Christmas Tree Association, which again, by the way, if you want to shorten it, this is Big Christmas Tree, right? Like this is like their job. This is for Christmas tree people who sell Christmas trees. So this is their association / lobbying group, I would assume. So we're going to take everything they have with a grain of salt, but okay. You look confused.
Is this only real trees or are fake trees included in this organization?
Well, let me it doesn't say, but let me give you a couple of bullet points here that I wasn't going to ask you about. Here's some of the National Christmas Tree Association's bullet points.
Okay.
80% of artificial trees worldwide are manufactured in China. Real trees are a renewable recycled resource. Artificial trees contain non-biodegradable plastics and possible metal toxins such as lead.
Sounds to me like these are the real trees.
These are representing American Christmas tree growers.
Tree growers, and the other guys are a bunch of saps.
If I saw it coming, I would have waved off, and I'm disappointed in me more than you because you're going to do that. Like that's
Yep. Punter's going to pun.
Tiger's going to tiger, right?
Yep.
I'm the one now who has the responsibility to not let that happen and to make sure that you stop needling me. Okay, now let's move on to. Okay, so that was a big drink you were taking right then.
It really was. You waited until I was just about to.
Yeah.
Oh, nicely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Dwayne, according to the National Christmas Tree Association, how many we'll just say real Christmas. They don't refer to them as real Christmas trees or live. They just refer to them as Christmas trees. So, right. Anyway, how many it does say real Christmas trees, all caps, are sold in the U.S. every year?
Let's use a nice round number. 100 million.
Ooh, you went high. You went high on that one.
I went high.
Yep.
I've been going low.
Yes.
Regularly on my guesses.
By a lot.
A lot for Dwayne guessing.
But this one you overshot.
I'll give you a second run. I topped this one.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ignoring that.
By half? Did I miss it by a Dwayne?
You want to go a little lower.
Lower than 40 million trees?
Approximately 25 to 30 million Christmas trees are sold every year in the United States.
How many are cut down?
Not on the list.
Okay.
However, next question. How many real Christmas trees are currently growing in tree farms in the US alone?
Oh, now I'm going to go with 150 million, and I'm still going to be low.
Yes, you are.
500 million?
350 million
Yep.
Christmas trees
Yeah,
are
because
growing in the United States.
you got to stage your way through this because you got to replant for what you cut down. Yes. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
And to your point, what's the average growing time of a Christmas tree?
5 to 7 years, 15 years. 5 to 7
Okay, that was
years.
a lot. That was a lot of numbers you just threw out.
5, 7, 12, 82. Hike.
Okay,
5 to 7 years.
you get a bell for that.
Oh, damn. I haven't got a bell in like a month.
The average growing time for a Christmas tree is 7 years.
Okay.
They can grow as little as 4 years, or it can take as many as 15 years. You also threw out a 15 somewhere in there. So you got something there. So, yes. And last one. How many Christmas tree farms are there in the United States?
2. Oh, I mean,
Growing those 350 million Christmas trees.
Yes. Yes. It's all in Yosemite. I don't know. 400?
15,000.
15,000. Okay. That's a lot of tree farmers.
More than, well, I was going to say more than you would guess, but literally that's exactly right. That is significantly more than
I would guess.
You would guess. Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. There's Christmas tree. Yeah.
Do you think is that a full-time job, Christmas tree farmer? I mean, from November 20th to December 23rd, probably.
Well, no, because if you're the farmer and you're cutting down the tree on December 23rd, you've done it wrong. because a lot of places, right? There is an excellent, by the way, there's an excellent Planet Money podcast from NPR where they go to a Christmas tree auction, I think in Pennsylvania, where trees are brought in and then they buy them by the lot and then take them all around, and they buy a lot of trees and take them and try to sell them in New York City. So if you in big cities in the East, you don't necessarily go to the farm to cut it down. They do large scale harvesting and then ship them into the city
and then bring it in. Like I know Lucas's girlfriend Hannah, their family goes and cuts down a tree at the farm every year.
Yeah.
Walk through, pick it out, cut it down, tie it to the top of the truck.
Wait, you missed a step. Shake it to make sure all the raccoons are out of it.
Yes, and squirrels.
Yes.
And squirrels. Yes.
Yeah.
Why is the carpet wet, Todd?
By the way, we're done with that. I have another game that I would like to introduce, another amount of you guessing some stuff that does tie into our Christmas episode and will tie in, I believe, to what we're watching later.
Okay.
So I have from Newsweek, published November 27th. They have a map showing America's favorite Christmas movies by state.
Oh.
So,
okay.
I'm going to pick some states.
Okay. And I'm going to try to tell you the favorite Christmas movie
of that state. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with an easy one. Let's start with Iowa. What is A Christmas Story?
A Christmas Story?
Yeah, I screwed that one up, didn't I? Yep, I read the wrong one.
Because I was wavering between that and Christmas Vacation for Iowa, but A Christmas Story?
Yes.
How many states have A Christmas Story as their favorite Christmas movie?
Hold, please.
More than 4.
23 potentially.
So almost half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How about adjacent to you? The great state of Illinois.
There I'm going to go with Christmas Vacation because it's based out of Illinois. Home
Nope.
Alone,
Nope. It's a
also
Wonderful
Illinois.
Life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The two Christmas movies based in Illinois do not win for Illinois. Okay.
Apparently not.
So
No.
now you're gonna tell me A Miracle on 34th Street isn't New York's favorite.
Do you want to guess which one New York's is?
Home Alone 2.
That's Florida. No, sorry. Nope, don't go there. That one is one of the, that's A Christmas Story as well.
Okay.
All right. Near Illinois, let's just stick to the Midwest. How about Wisconsin?
I'm guessing it's something that we haven't named yet.
Yes, that is true. I'm picking
Okay.
other things than, yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on Christmas movies. How about Elf?
Give yourself a bell.
Hey!
Sticking around the Midwest, Minnesota clocks in with A Christmas Story. North Dakota clocks in with A Christmas Story. South Dakota reports A Christmas Story. Nebraska is on the clock. Dwayne, favorite Christmas movie for Nebraska? They got a lot of interstate in Nebraska.
Is that Christmas Vacation?
It is Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
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 Then we're going to move to
Out of curiosity,
yes.
Is this another one of those polls that is the movie that is the most Googled in the state?
To be completely honest, I can't even figure out what the information came from. This article references today's homeowner. And if I click on today's homeowner, then, oh, they have a much better map. I should have gone there. It doesn't exactly tell me. For all I know, this is just, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Here you go. Dwayne, here is the methodology behind all of these numbers.
Oh, thank God.
We surveyed 4,580 Americans in mid-November 2019, asking them to select their favorite Christmas movie from Rotten Tomatoes' list of 50 Christmas movies. Respondents were not limited to specific demographics. We estimated the margin of error at 1%. To dig deeper into preferences, we asked the several follow-up questions. When did you start watching Christmas movies? How many Christmas movies do you watch on average during the holidays? Which platforms do you watch them on? Do you have any family traditions, favorite Christmas movies? It goes on and on. Basically, it was a poll in 2019.
Okay. So anything, so Red One is not going to be on this since it was just released this year.
I think that is safe to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to California.
Die Hard.
No. This one has some similarities to Die Hard, but in a much less overly killy way.
Gremlins?
Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Home Alone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
And if you actually think about it, Kevin and the Bruce Willis character, they're very resourceful.
Yes.
Of taking out the bad guys.
Yes.
Okay, let's check here. Oh, Tennessee clocks in with its own favorite.
What else? What haven't we named? Polar Express?
Not listed by anyone.
How about How the Grinch Stole Christmas? The Jim Carrey version, not the original version.
Not for Tennessee.
Not for Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee is Michigan, because that's Tim Allen is a Michigan guy. Is Michigan Santa Claus?
Nobody is the Santa Claus.
No one.
Michigan is A Christmas Story. Tennessee apparently enjoys themselves some Tim Burton.
The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Nope. New Mexico.
Uh, what else haven't we named? A Christmas Carol?
Nope. I hate to pull the football away from you on this one.
Oh, this is a Charlie Brown Christmas. That's a Thanksgiving reference, but okay.
It got you there.
It did get me
It,
there.
it
Yes,
got
it
you
did
there.
get me there. Yes. Yep.
And last, let's see. There's a couple of others like oh yeah,
That
that
we
one did.
haven't named. There's a couple other states with movies that we haven't named yet.
Well, we haven't assigned to states. So
Oh,
Rhode Island, The Grinch That Stole Christmas,
okay.
which you've already named check.
Also, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Sure. Yeah, that one. Delaware, Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay, so somebody did actually have Miracle on 34th Street. Okay.
And
Yes,
some
Virginia.
state I can't find does have a Christmas Carol that you also named, and their colors on their map are too similar. People, when you do the map, yeah.
Do you not know your states, Todd?
No. Basically, I have a map that have colors on them. The colors represent the movie. I can see the color that the movie is, but it's very similar to the other. I'm literally having to go state by state and hover over it for it to pop up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is not good podcasting. If I find it, we'll get to it. If not, also
Sounds like follow up.
okay. Last one, and this was again back to the. Let's see. This is the same group of people were surveyed, and this is an important question. Nationwide, the question that was asked is Die Hard a Christmas movie? There was a percentage that said yes and a percentage that said no. Do you want to I'll start off easy. Do you want to guess how many of the respondents, what percentage, whatever, do you think it's yes or no first, and then what percentage?
I think overall the answer is going to be no, but I think if you drill down into it with Gen X, it's going to be yes.
So overall, 59% of the people responding said no. They did not break it down by age, but they did break it down by state.
Okay.
However, helpfully, they listed the states in alphabetical order, not numerical order. So, looking here really quick, if you are in Mississippi or Louisiana, 17% responded yes.
Okay.
I believe.
They're not buying it in the deep south.
No. However, North Dakota, 76% of people said
Attaway.
yippee-ki-yay.
Those are my people.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the party, pal. Come on out to the coast. We'll have a good time.
There we go. So there was another holiday edition of Dwayne Guest Holiday Movies, Part 1. We'll see if there's going to be a Part 2 later.
Did anybody list Love Actually? Not on anybody's list.
Oh, crap. It is not. It certainly wasn't the leading vote getter, and I'm not sure. Hold on. I can see the favorites. Because you could vote for more than one. Hold on. Christmas Story by and far leads the overall pack, then Elf, then Home Alone, It's a Wonderful Life, The Nightmare Before Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, A Charlie Brown Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Miracle on 34th Street, The Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman, Love Actually, clocking in at 2%, which is right above Holiday Inn.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 1940 something. Yeah.
Then White Christmas, Bad Santa, A Christmas Carol, and the last one is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. How is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas not on this list? And throughout this whole thing, I can tell you throughout this whole thing, Amy has been sitting next to me saying prep and landing. Prep and Landing. Prep and Landing. Where is Prep and Landing? Have you ever watched Prep and Landing?
No.
You should go on Disney Plus and spend 40 minutes watching the first one and the second one. Don't watch the third one. It's a waste of time. But what you should definitely watch the first Prep and Landing. It is endearing. It is Disney cartoon Christmas. Oh, shoot. Dave from News Radio,
Foley.
Dave Foley, plays a Christmas elf, and then he and his partner are tasked with preparing for Santa to make the house ready so that it is prep, and they're part of the Prep and Landing crew.
Got it.
It is. How are we getting there? Jingle All the Way. Yes. Anyway, it is. Jingle All the Way wasn't on the list. That's all right. So many Christmas movies. Have we spent enough time on this?
I think so. Let's go from holiday Christmas movies that everybody loves to Christmas idiots. What did you bring?
I brought a story from the New York Times. You're familiar with Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, that's the tray that goes right above Christmas to catch all the water that comes off. No, sorry,
Yes.
different thing.
So the night before Christmas is Christmas Eve. The night before Christmas is apparently now called Christmas Adam. Why? Because Adam came before Eve.
I'm starting to think these publications are punking us now. No, I'm back to that now. They're just seeing, hell, they'll believe damn near anything. Just write this.
It's hard to define Christmas Adam, aside from the date. Unlike Christmas Eve, Christmas Adam is not part of an official Christian calendar. The Vatican certainly does not recognize it, and many churchgoers have not heard of it. There's not one way to celebrate, but some evangelically minded and social media savvy Protestant churches and families have embraced the celebration, making up Christmas Adam traditions as they go, one joke at a time. This is a story meant for me. One Christmas ritual, Mr. Morris goes to McDonald's and eats a McRib.
Sure, why not? Yep.
One guy, we don't take ourselves too seriously with it being Adam. Yeah, Christmas Eve is more of a Mary-centered holiday because she is the star. So, but one place has a feast of Christmas Adam. They cater in ribs and apple pie.
Yeah.
Anyway, Christmas Adam, that would be December 23rd, which is also Festivus. So
see, there's the problem. That's my whole problem with this. This alone would be why I would call them idiots. You're gonna make up a holiday. It was done better than you.
It's already been, yes.
It's been done. It was done very, very well.
Got a lot of problems with you people.
We don't need another one. Like, move on to something else.
Yeah. Too many puns to relate, but yeah, Christmas Adam, if you don't, how dare you wish me Christmas Adam when you know I celebrate Festivus.
In this house, we say Merry Adam.
How about you? What idiot did you bring?
So, NBA Charlotte Hornets earned their Christmas idiot / Grinch title because somebody had an idea that this would be fun.
Oh, I saw this.
On Monday, December 16th, during a break in the second quarter of the game versus the Philadelphia 76ers, a 13-year-old boy was brought out on the court with Charlotte's mascot, Hugo, who was dressed as Santa. The in-game host, Ohavia Phillips, read a letter to Santa that included a request for a PS5 for Christmas, as the Hornets cheerleader walked up to Hugo and gave him a gift bag. The mascot then pulled a PS5 out of the bag and gave it to the 13-year-old boy, on the court as part of their skit. However, once they left the court, a staff member came up, took the PS5 from the 13-year-old boy, and handed him a jersey. Now,
Wait, what?
the fan's uncle, Alexi Phillips, who took the boy to the game, said that a Hornets staffer approached them early in the game and asked if they'd like to participate in an on-court moment, but provided no additional details. Shortly before the boy stepped on the court, a staff member told Phillips that his nephew wouldn't get to keep the gift, but didn't explain what the gift was, and more importantly, didn't tell the boy that this was a skit. Phillips said he was confused after his nephew left the court with the PS5. A staff member came over and confiscated the console. The boy was confused and disappointed, and cheerleaders, dancers, and other team staff members who were standing nearby were also shocked. Social media had some thoughts for the Hornets.
I bet.
Yes. They released a statement. During Monday night's game, there was an on-court skit that missed the mark. Now, how bringing a kid out on the middle of the court, handing him a PS5 so that everybody goes, "Oh my God, that's amazing," and then taking it from him? That's not a skit. Okay. Like, that's just being a jerk.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Spirit of Christmas, my ass.
Hey, what if we pretend to be nice, but then we aren't? Okay. But what if we're nice? No. We're going to have to buy the PS5 anyway. Why don't we just give it to the kid? Well, because my kids need something. So the work's going to buy it, and I'm going to, anyway. It said the skit included bad decision-making and poor communication, according to their statement. Simply put, we turned the ball over and we apologize. Well, that's something the Hornets know something about.
Yep.
We have reached out to the family and are committed to not only making it right, but to exceeding their expectations. Okay, at this point, you set the expectations. You don't need to exceed. Anyway, so they returned the PS5 to the kid, and will also give him a VIP experience for a future game. Also, they also lost the game 121-108, falling to 7-19 on the season. Anyway, there you go. Somebody in the Charlotte Hornets promotions department thought, wouldn't it be fun if we just pretended to give out gifts to kids? God, I don't. By the way, just be clear. The Hornets are the idiots, not the kid.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, good on you. Good on you. NBA. It's fantastic. Can I have that back, please? All right. Oh, hey, you've got travel stories.
A little bit. We went to Chicago and then to Peoria for Christmas. We did something different on Amy's side of the family. This year we did kind of a white elephant gift sort of thing.
Okay.
And my brother-in-law, who is well known in the family for bringing gag gifts to Christmas for one family member or another, did not know that there would be non-family members participating in the white elephant gift exchange. So there were some neighbors that came over
Sure.
to Julie's house.
Why not?
And their kids.
Oh, kids. Oh, there were kids.
And kids. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. There was one gift was an inappropriate hat.
Mm-hmm.
One gift was an inappropriate mug. And hilarity ensued.
As did the restraining order.
But in all fairness, there was a fight over the inappropriate mug as to who got to keep it afterwards. So it was inappropriate, but it was wildly popular. And then when we were done with that, we drove down to Peoria and hung out at Lucas's for 3 days. And so Lucas actually hosted us for Christmas rather than everybody came back here.
Excellent.
Got to meet the cat. Had not really spent time with Obi, which is Lucas and Hannah's cat. Have I told you about Obi?
I believe this is the first one, right? Obi-Wan?
Yes. His full name is Obi-Wan Cat Nobi.
Got it. Yeah, sure. Yep.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yep.
That was what they named him at the shelter, and they wouldn't change it. So, um, Obi is the I very friendly cat. Not one of these cats that when you walk in the door, goes and hides under the bed and won't come anywhere near anyone. You walk in the door, he comes right up to you. You sit down on the couch, he jumps up on your lap and spends the entire evening sitting on your lap, regardless of whether or not you're allergic to cats or not.
Most cats I know, it's not just regardless of whether you're allergic, they find the one who is.
Yes,
And that's who they spend the night with. Hey, how's it going?
here I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 days with Lucas in Peoria, and we had a really really good time. Did our Christmas? Lucas made our Christmas Eve dinner. We normally have a seafood kind of dinner, and because it's a small apartment with not much of a kitchen, he did a sushi bake. Are you familiar with one of these?
Nope. I can say that. Nope.
So this was I can share. I'll share the recipe, but it was in a 9 by 13 casserole dish with sushi rice on the bottom and a bunch of seasonings, and then crab and more seasonings, and then baked. So it wasn't raw. And then once it comes out of the oven, you take a scoop of it and you put it on a little piece of seaweed about the size of the palm of your hand. And then you fold it in half and you eat it in either one bite or two bites.
Hmm.
And well, it was crab with a K, just to be clear. It wasn't crab, but we had crab dip and we were going to have scallops. But after eating most of the pan of sushi bake, we decided we didn't need the scallops. So, but had a really, really good trip to Peoria. It was fantastic.
Excellent. Excellent.
And when we were there, we watched Red One again. I think last week you said, "Is this a good movie?" No, but did we enjoy it? Yes.
So much so that you needed to watch it again.
Yes, I needed to watch it again. Picked up a couple of things a second watching. Well, this may be a Christmas staple around our house from now on. Yep, Red
On,
One.
on the second watch, did you pick up? Oh, that makes some of these plot things make more sense.
Oh no,
No, no,
no,
no. Okay.
no. That didn't help. No.
Okay.
And then because we didn't get enough Christmas action movies, I also watched Die Hard this week.
Excellent. With kids down here for Christmas Eve, we watched Elf. Took a year off last year from watching it. Went back to watching it again. It's a good movie. It's good.
That's
It's a
not
good movie.
that's not the best way to spread Christmas cheer.
I mean, sing it out loud for all to hear.
That's right.
Yeah. And then this isn't exactly it's not exactly what we're watching, but then on Christmas night we didn't watch a movie because we had Christmas dinner, and Donna and Yvonne came over, and so they had Christmas dinner with us and the kids. So there was no Christmas movie while we were just enjoying that. Wrigley, however, did not make the trip for Christmas dinner. There was already enough dogs here that adding another dog to the mix might make our Christmas dinner into more of an action movie than we would choose.
Did you learn anything this week?
Yeah, so I talked about last week that I put up all the Christmas lights and had to do, made sure that the front of the house looked great. However, most of the Christmas lights that we put up go in the backyard because we've got some big sliding doors. So we put a lot of the Christmas lights out back so that we can just enjoy them. I didn't Thanksgiving was late this year and didn't get everything finally deployed for a while. So not everything made it out. And one of the things we have is we have an outdoor, about 3 or 4 foot tall snowman that came from Target at some point. You plug it in, lights up. It's got a nice top hat, little sticks for arms. Very cute. Didn't make it out this year. And I was informed that maybe needs to stay that way. I'm unclear if I've told this story before, but I'll just make sure that, Danny could probably tell us, oh, I've listened to all of them recently. I can tell you yes or no. But a few years ago when we were living in a different place, I had deployed the snowman. And in order to make sure that I had some solar landscaping lights. And I put the snowman sort of in front of a sort of in front of a tree, not really in front of a tree, but there was a tree back there. So I have this solar light with a spotlight that lights up the tree at night. Put the snowman there. Lisa got up in the middle of the night and looked out our sliding glass windows 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And because it's winter, the battery of the spotlight had really, really, really worn down, but it was still kind of this faint light. And because of the angle where it was shooting up at the tree, but the snowman was sort of in the front of it, there's a snowman outside our window with this dim light just lighting up its face. What the hell is in our backyard? Now, we've had a good laugh about it.
Uh-huh.
Lisa has told me multiple times, no, I will never forget that. I will never forget. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you'll never forget that. No, I'll never forget that. And so this year she said, oh, hey, you didn't put everything out. We have another one of those, a cow holding a gift. I'm like, yeah, I didn't have time for that. And I said, I also didn't have time for the snowman. She goes, yeah, that never needs to happen again. So apparently, if anybody needs a light up snowman that's, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old from Target, I don't think I'm allowed to use it anymore because it's more of a Halloween snowman now.
Maybe somebody in Tennessee might be interested in Lisa's nightmare right around Christmas.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it could kind of be back in Red 1. We've got snowmen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, apparently I can clean up. So I can make some space in the garage cabinet where that goes because it needs to not be here anymore. So that's what I learned this year. How about you? What'd you learn?
So you guys spend a lot of time in England. You're familiar with Boxing Day?
Yes, the day after Christmas.
Right. Yep. Which we don't exactly celebrate, particularly in the United States. I mean, we're probably aware of it, maybe, kind of.
Yeah, and which, as Lisa points out, it's just a crime because you have Christmas Day and then Boxing Day is the day after, and it is also a holiday. So everybody gets to take the day after Christmas off, which you need to either recover from either Christmas dinner, or family around Christmas. Yes.
Well, and so the thing that I learned, I was fed this little history story about Boxing Day. Did you know that it's not about boxing?
Yes.
I did too. I mean, it's about, like the servants in Wood had to work on Christmas. And so they would get the day after Christmas off. And quite often the owners of the house, the employers, would give them gifts in boxes like leftover food or money or whatever. So it was Boxing Day. They would get their boxes of whatever's. Anyway, there was also back in the 40s an actual boxing match on Boxing Day. Jack Johnson fought on Boxing Day in what was then the fight of the century. So it's not that there hasn't been boxing on Boxing Day, but it's not the purpose. It's not the original intent of the holiday, which I knew. The thing that I learned this week was that there actually was at one point boxing on Boxing Day.
I mean, it depends on how much everyone in the family dinner had to drink and then the previous day of which might determine whether the 26th is Boxing Day or Boxing Day.
Is Happy Boy by Kevin Cloud. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with Visiting Santa Todd Prinz wherever you get your pods. Just search Talkin' in the number 2. There's no G and no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And you can send your feedback on this episode or any episode to feedback at talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
A quick question with Christmas Adam. It's only celebrated on one day. Is that it? Just the one day.
Just the one day, correct? Yes. I
Okay.
don't know where this is going.
Well, no, because I was unclear because Hanukkah, right? What, the 8 crazy nights, right?
Festival of Lights, yes.
Yeah. I was concerned because if Christmas Adam was celebrated over almost 2 weeks, then it would just be known as Adam 12.
Suppose it could be.
What century is this podcast from?
Stop. Come back next week for more early 80s, late 70s TV references. Later than that, 60s, 50s. Yeah. Yeah. Old TV references. We'll be back with more of them. Fun stuff coming next week for New Year's. Looking forward to it. We'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
So you thought it was going to be another pun, didn't you?
I did. I don't know if you can see that.
Sort of.
The Toddy winners this year are going to get magnets.
Magnets. Ooh.
They came in the mail this week.
How attractive.